Your family of origin served as your spiritual camp. You ever think to yourself, man, I really wish this person would be different so that I don't have to distance myself. Of course, I've always been the type to be an advocate for separating yourself from anything that is going to hinder you or bring you down. But it really does suck when that person is someone who was the closest person to you, or that person is related to you. And because of your heart, you wish that it was different. But due to the reality of the circumstance, you have no choice but to let go. It's a hard place to be in. Sometimes it really is. When you have to accept the reality of these things. And I was meditating on this, talking to my inner self, saying these same things like, man, I really wish it was different. And in that meditation, Spirit began to speak to me. Your family of origin served as its purpose as your spiritual camp. And while there are loving families out there for souls who chose to be light workers, starseeds, or system busters, the path is often not easy, and you might wonder, why didn't I have a loving family? This is because your purpose for coming here was to fulfill a mission. So being born into a toxic or abusive family allowed you to accomplish several essential tasks. It provided you an opportunity to heal the family lineage, the ancestral DNA, which benefits the collective as a whole. And, it was a platform for your own individual growth and soul evolution. And you definitely understood that there will be certain challenges that comes with the illusion of separation in this 3D realm that would have to be overcome. So pain can serve as a catalyst for profound change and transformation. It forces you to break the illusions of the ego, propelling you on a personal quest for freedom, which ultimately leads you within to find greater knowledge and wisdom. So without this foundation, you wouldn't be where you are today in your spiritual journey with the unique perspective that you possessed. And this journey equipped you with the ability to accelerate access to your spiritual self, your true self, and see beyond the veil in a way. It connected you to your higher mind. So with this awareness and your experiences, you're now prepared to fulfill your mission with conscious intent and with connection to Devine. So yeah, of course, you've always carried the light, igniting changes and, igniting shifts everywhere you go. But being aware of this now, and you were able to heal yourself, and now you know your purpose and you can march towards the light, being the light warrior that you are. So we have to recognize that it was all for purpose and a part of our training, and it's our physical family but not necessarily our spiritual family. And we've been in training our whole life, preparing for our current times, as we are ascending ever upwards towards the light. So when I'm having this conversation with myself and just really feeling like, man, it sucks, I'm reminded that, hey, you've done this a few times. You've been in these roles with these different characters, who you may call mother or brother or sister, or whoever this person is that's close to you. But it's not necessarily where your soul originated, And I was asking Spirit, okay, I would really love to know, who my galactic parents are. That would be amazing to discover. And it's not something I've discovered with it myself yet, but I'm sure these things arise in just the perfect time as they need to. But in this realm, we can have our heart attachments, and understandably so. But when you look at the flip side of things and the spiritual side of things, it's like, you always hear that life is a school, and we all have a purpose in the collective and where we're going. So we chose these families, we chose our upbringing to kind of quicken the awakening to who we are now. And so with that, we can put things into perspective and say, this is my physical family of origin, but not necessarily my galactic family of origin, or where my soul originates from. So, don't take things so personal, even though, it still kind of sucks sometimes, but it does definitely help to put things into perspective. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is where I am in my journey, and the place that I've grown to. I'm starting to see and understand that a lot of our karmic relationships and a lot of the karmic lessons that we had to learn are now over. So a lot of these relationships have fallen away from us, or I've talked about this before, but the dynamic has shifted, and it's like, wow, things really aren't how they used to be. And it's not like you move forward in a place of hatred and not in love or anything. It's just you understand where you are spiritually now with this all happening, and you're ready to move into your more authentic vibrations, because you've already learned all the lessons that you needed to learn. We've all been away from each other for so long, planted in different places on the grid to hold the light, and that was on purpose. But I think it's time now that we are moving upward, and we may start to find each other, if you haven't already, your soul tribe. And no longer do we have to live in the past and live in that old energy of replaying cycles. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to someone. I'm sending you so much love. Continue to live in love and light. And of course, as always, until next time, take care of you.